Mention GCN to get 25% off per case of Alpine Air Foods with free shipping. That's 800-627-3809 or go to ReadyMadeResources.com. Hurry, sale ends January 30th at Ready Made Resources.
Okay, here is the Prime Minister of Haiti talking about organ theft going on in the country. Let's go ahead and go to that clip.
Let me talk about the children.
Yeah.
The children, tens of thousands of them, maybe hundreds of thousands, have been separated from their families, many of them. Families dead, families lost, families moved out. What is being done to corral these children, to register them, to make sure no further harm comes to them?
It's one of the biggest problems that we have, and this morning during the coordination meeting with the international community, I addressed the question of the adoption, because I have a lot of petition for that. But they have to be very prudent, because there is a lot of cautious. Because there is a lot of traffic in that kind of.
You mean illegal child trafficking?
Yeah, even if it's it seems to be legal, but a lot of organizations, they come and they say there were children on the street. We are going to bring them to the States, and we have already reports of a lot of trafficking, even of organ trafficking.
Of organ trafficking? Yeah.
Now, already.
Of the victims of the earthquake?
Yeah. So.
Do you know that for sure?
Yeah, I know that for sure, and it was discussed in Montreal during the conference.
And do you know for sure that children are being trafficked now?
There is children trafficking for children and adult person also, because they need all type of organs. So.
No, but I mean live children. Are they being trafficked now?
The report I received, yes.
Well, there you have it from the Prime Minister of Haiti. Now, here's the issue. What do you think the CPS does? They're above the law. They swear out fake reports. They do whatever they want. They've been caught 5 to 7 times more often in pedophilia, in abuse of children than any other group. The most dangerous place for your child to be is in government custody statistically. That's from the Justice Department themselves. And it's the same thing in Europe, same thing in Russia. Where do you think perverts go? Now, are there some good social workers? Absolutely. Are there some good truancy officers? Sure. But statistically, this is the group that has to be watched, just like government and aid groups in there, shipping those kids out of the country. And I would imagine if she pressed, they're probably grabbing the kids and taking their organs. But she didn't elaborate on that, and CNN should continue to cover this. But in my experience, CNN doesn't report on Chinese organ harvesting. They don't report on the Israelis organ harvesting. They don't report on any of this illegal activity. And it's so macabre, it's hard for the average person to believe. But to psychopaths and to greedy people, human beings are like a clutch of apples or tomatoes or squash or bananas or a side of beef. The New World Order doesn't even think of us as human. The New World Order could care less about us, and we need to realize that the government is full of people at the top that are ruthless, power-grasping sociopaths and psychopaths, and under them there's a bunch of well-meaning, we're the government, we're the boss, we know what's best on the right and the left. You had all those fake right-wingers call for banning free speech of the liberals under Bush. Now we see the Democrats and their supporters and people in the White House calling for restricting free speech. You see Obama continuing free speech zones, just like Bush did. The whole country's a free speech zone. The whole world's a free speech zone. This is what they're doing, and they're doing this by design in a premeditated fashion. But the establishment cannot defeat us if we just continue to resist them, continue to resist them, continue to resist them. Kurt Haskell coming up.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Ecola Blue atmospheric water generator that produces pure drinking water right from the humidity in the air. No, this isn't science fiction. It's very real. I know because I use one every day in my own home, and it's available right now to you. Because you know exactly where your water comes from with Ecola Blue, you'll know what's in your cup. Clean, great-tasting water without all the pollutants. Get your family off the grid today by ordering your own Ecola Blue atmospheric water generator for your home or business. Their best seller, the Ecola Blue 28, produces up to 7 gallons of water every day. The Ecola Blue 28 is easy to use and economical. Generate your own pure water from the humidity in the air. This system is free of chemicals and uses a multi-stage filtration system, including reverse osmosis, carbon filters, and ultraviolet lights. Order now and claim your water independence today by calling Ecola Blue at 1-800-691-6043. That's 1-800-691-6043. Or visit Ecola Blue on the web at www.ecoloblu.com today.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Deborah Medina coming up in 30 minutes. Her campaign for governor being watched around the nation, just as Massachusetts was watched with Mr. Brown unseating that, what they thought was invincible Kennedy seat. She's coming up in 30 minutes. But for the next 20 minutes, in that short segment in between, I'm going to cover news. We have Kurt Haskell, attorney at law, with his wife. They're flying back from Amsterdam Christmas Day. They see a sharp-dressed man bring the underwear bomber through security, doesn't have a passport. He gets him on board the plane. Other witnesses say someone's videotaping him from seats behind the whole time, trained on him. Then during the bombing, FBI says that tape doesn't exist. Sharp-dressed man doesn't exist. And they said that Kurt Haskell didn't see another man where the drug dog, the bomb dog, once they got to Detroit, the bomb dog runs over. They've got him in the customs, runs over to this guy's bag. They bring him over, bring him behind closed doors. The FBI says, obviously, for your safety, everybody get out of here. They get him out, and the FBI comes to Haskell's office. You didn't see that. That didn't happen. No, that's not going on. We're not going to talk about it. They told the media it wasn't going on. They changed their story 5, 6, 7 times. I lost track after 6. Kurt's been following it closely. He survived all this. And then all these witnesses came out on TV and said, no, Kurt Haskell's right. We saw all that happen. He's not lying. He's not lying about any of it. Well, now, Sunday, it came out, 6 days ago, or I guess, 5 days ago. Authorities were watching different Nigerian on Christmas Day flights, CNN. But what a way to take a huge issue and just kind of put it out there like it's milquetoast. Okay, there was somebody else. Yeah, they did arrest him, but we're not going to talk about it. Kurt, there's a definite cover-up, and you've been vindicated in triplicate.
Thanks, Alex, and thanks for having me back.
You bet, brother.
Not only that, but I don't know if you caught the ABC News article that came out over the weekend. There were a couple sentences snuck in the bottom of this article about female suicide bombers. I don't know if you caught this.
No, tell us.
I'll read it to you word for word. Federal agents also tell ABC News they're attempting to identify a man who passengers said helped Abdul Muttalab change planes for Detroit when he landed in Amsterdam from Lagos, Nigeria. Authorities had initially discounted the passenger accounts, but the agents say there's a growing belief the man may have played a role to make sure Abdul Muttalab did not get cold feet.
Oh, my God, you've been vindicated by them on that. But obviously they think the trail's cold now. They have all the surveillance footage. They knew you were telling the truth. They were involved in a cover-up. Kurt, this is huge.
Well, that was my take on it, but unfortunately for ABC News, they buried it in the bottom of a seemingly unrelated article about female suicide bombers heading here from Yemen. To me,
what's the headline? What's the headline on that? What's the headline?
The headline is alert, female suicide bombers may be heading here from Yemen. It's from Saturday, abcnews.com.
I've got it. Here it is.
Article.
Excuse me. I've got it. Unbelievable, Kurt.
Yeah. That was my thought, too. My thought was, okay, why is this not front page news everywhere, number one? Number two, why are you burying it at the bottom of this article? Number three, why did you initially discount my story to begin with? It's not like I'm not credible here.
And, of course, they had COINTELPRO posing as the Patriot movement attacking you. All the usual suspects. I mean, it never ends, Kurt. And when you add the fact that there was coordinated lies and stories being told about you, despite all the other witnesses, and you add how they were already getting in Yemen, that's now confirmed, Washington Post, they were planning to already launch a bigger attack, 2,000 troops there, relaunching the naked body scanners. Everything comes together, stage. But I know, well, we'll get your take on that and recap the bombshells you just dropped. I mean, I literally was